Global Language Podcast, The Psychology of Money, Episode 2, Luck, Risk, and Why Success is Never Simple. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Global Language Podcast, the place where you improve your English through stories, ideas, and real conversations. In today's episode, we continue exploring powerful ideas from the book, The Psychology of Money. But remember, this is not just a book summary. In this podcast, we learn through stories, questions, real-life sentences, and shadowing practice. So relax, listen carefully, and repeat the important sentences with me. Let's begin with a story. Imagine two friends, Alex and Mark. They grew up in the same neighborhood. They went to the same school. They even studied the same subject at university, business and finance. Both of them were intelligent. Both of them worked hard. And both of them dreamed about becoming successful. But 10 years later, their lives looked completely different. Alex became a successful entrepreneur. His company grew quickly, and people often described him as a financial genius. Mark, on the other hand, struggled. He worked long hours but never seemed to move forward financially. When people looked at Alex, they said something like this: "He is incredibly smart with money." Repeat that sentence. He is incredibly smart with money. Again, he is incredibly smart with money. When people looked at Mark, they said something different. Maybe he just doesn't understand money. Repeat. Maybe he just doesn't understand money. Again, maybe he just doesn't understand money. But here is the important question. Was Alex successful only because he was smarter? Repeat this question. Was Alex successful only because he was smarter? Again, was Alex successful only because he was smarter? The answer is not so simple. Because in life, success and failure are often influenced by two powerful forces, luck and risk. Repeat this sentence. Luck and risk influence every financial outcome. Again, luck and risk influence every financial outcome. Let's imagine something. When Alex graduated from university, he joined a startup company. At that time, the company was small and unknown. Many people thought it was a risky decision. But 3 years later, the company exploded in growth. Investors arrived. The business expanded internationally. And suddenly, Alex looked like a genius. But was that only skill? Or was there also luck? Repeat this idea. Success always contains an element of luck. Again, success always contains an element of luck. Now let's look at Mark. Mark also made a smart decision after university. He joined a promising technology company. The company had good investors, strong leadership, and an exciting future. But something unexpected happened. A global economic crisis hit the industry. The company lost funding. Within 1 year, the business collapsed. Mark lost his job. Now people said something like this: "That company was a bad decision." Repeat. That company was a bad decision. Again, that company was a bad decision. But was it really a bad decision? Or was it simply bad timing? Repeat this sentence. Bad outcomes sometimes come from bad luck, not bad decisions. Again, bad outcomes sometimes come from bad luck, not bad decisions. This idea is extremely important. Many people look at successful individuals and assume their success is entirely the result of skill. At the same time, they look at struggling individuals and assume their struggles are the result of poor decisions. But reality is more complicated. Let's repeat this idea. Life outcomes are a mix of skill, luck, and risk. Again, Life outcomes are a mix of skill, luck, and risk. Now I want to ask you an important question. Think about your own life. Have you ever experienced a lucky moment that helped you succeed? Repeat. Have you ever experienced a lucky moment that helped you succeed? Another question. Have you ever worked hard on something but still failed because of circumstances? Again, have you ever worked hard on something but still failed because of circumstances? These questions help us understand something important. No one controls everything. Repeat this sentence. No one controls every outcome in life. Again, no one controls every outcome in life. That realization can actually be very powerful. Why? Because it teaches us humility when we succeed and compassion when others struggle. Let's repeat this idea. Success should make us humble. Again, success should make us humble. And another sentence. Failure should make us thoughtful, not ashamed. Again, failure should make us thoughtful, not ashamed. One evening, Alex and Mark met again after several years. They sat in a quiet restaurant and talked about their lives. Mark asked Alex a question. What do you think made your company succeed? Repeat. What do you think made your company succeed? Again, what do you think made your company succeed? Alex thought carefully before answering. I worked hard, he said. But honestly, we were also lucky. The market changed at the right time for us. Mark nodded slowly. That moment taught both of them something important. Success stories often hide the role of luck. Repeat this sentence. Every success story contains invisible luck. Again, every success story contains invisible luck. But here is another important point. Just because luck exists does not mean effort doesn't matter. Effort still matters a lot. Because effort increases the number of opportunities for luck. Repeat this idea. Hard work increases the chances of good luck. Again, hard work increases the chances of good luck. Now let's practice some real-life questions about success, work, and decisions. Repeat after me. What would you do if your business suddenly failed? Again, what would you do if your business suddenly failed? Have you ever taken a risk that changed your life? Again, have you ever taken a risk that changed your life? Do you believe success is mostly skill or mostly luck? Again, do you believe success is mostly skill or mostly luck? Now let's imagine a short conversation. Sarah asks her colleague, why do some people become incredibly wealthy while others struggle? Her colleague answers, sometimes it's intelligence, sometimes it's timing, but often it's a mixture of both. Repeat this sentence. Timing can be as important as talent. Again, timing can be as important as talent. Now let's do a shadowing practice with several important ideas from today's episode. Repeat each sentence clearly. Luck plays a role in every success story. Again, luck plays a role in every success story. Risk exists in every financial decision. Again, risk exists in every financial decision. We should stay humble when we succeed. Again, we should stay humble when we succeed. We should stay hopeful when we fail. Again, we should stay hopeful when we fail. And finally, understanding luck and risk helps us make wiser decisions. Again, understanding luck and risk helps us make wiser decisions. Before we finish this episode, I want you to reflect on one final question. Think carefully. What role has luck played in your life so far? Again, what role has luck played in your life so far? Sometimes the most important lessons come from thinking deeply about questions like this. Thank you for spending time with Global Language Podcast today. If you enjoy learning English through stories, ideas, and shadowing practice, make sure to subscribe to Global Language Podcast so you never miss a new episode. In the next episode, we will explore another powerful idea from the psychology of money: why saving money often matters more than investing money. See you in the next episode.